We are back in. 2 teams have been eliminated. It is 9 minutes into the game. 10 teams and 36 players. And Holy God seems to be in a difficult spot here. They will be getting their teammate back in, but they have multiple teams. Not multiple teams, but they have a team that's quite literally rushing straight towards them here. Nine minutes into the game, 10 teams and 37 players left to go. Vent Esports will be sitting with 3 eliminations to themselves. Team 7 will be with 0. Storm X will be with 6. I think they should be the kill leaders, actually. Ratty Boys with 4. CP0 with 1. PG Esports coming in with 1. The Syndicate coming in with 3 eliminations. And Monarchs of Gaming with 4. Block Esports, unfortunately, will be with just a duo. And they have been playing Revive Simulators since. I think they're more focused on getting placement points than KP in this matchup. Ten minutes into the game, 10 teams and 30 players left to go in match 1. It's going to be a 6-game split as always. Who comes out with the victory? We still have 10 teams at the 3rd zone pushing towards the 4th. The zones are getting smaller. The pressure is going to get a lot worse. The players need to make a plan and execute as quickly as possible. Unlucky for him, he will be getting eliminated there. PG Esports will put 6 on the board. Two teams have been eliminated since it is 7 teams and 21 players. The zone is getting a lot smaller, the pressure getting a lot worse, and we see the teams losing players. Monarchs of Gaming are pretty much eliminated here, as Muniak is in a tough spot, and Esther will be going down to Vent Esports. Heading towards the final ring in Bhima Sakti is honestly rather interesting, because Bhima Sakti is a multitude of terrains. Like, there's high ground, low ground, natural cover, no cover. It's quite literally the most confusing spot to have a final ring. But let's see how the game goes. Half the lobby has been eliminated, 50% gone. It is 19 players left and 6 teams. Batty Boys with 4 eliminations on the board. They will be with only 2 players. Half the team has been eliminated. Do they win this? "13 minutes deep, it is still 5 teams and 12 players. Your favorites to win? I can't even give. PG Esports with 6 eliminations are down to just a single player, 700 points, but there is no longer a buy point that is feasible to go to at this point. Muniak is just killing up here. He's definitely going for W placement, as the team has 5 eliminations, and he's quite literally cannot get down from here without taking a boatload of damage or getting spotted. Either way, it's GG's on this side. Vent Esports, however, will be with a full stack and we with 9 eliminations. They had 1 kill stolen from them here. They could have been The first team to go double is not the first team actually, as we have seen Storm X with a double-digit gameplay. 12 eliminations. Do they get a knock? He gets a knock, but he will be getting eliminated. Unlucky for Dion. He was going for a finisher there, but his teammate came in clutch to save him there. Down to the top three teams, which will be the Batty Boys, Monarchs of Gaming, and Vent Esports. Vent Esports with 9 eliminations. They should be able to run down the Batty Boys as they are currently going in a 4v2. But the Batty Boys are fighting strong. They've cut it down to a 2v2. It's now a 3v... What? A 2v1. My goodness. My goodness. The Batty Boys, I said they were gonna get run down, but they were running Vent down. They beat the brakes off of Vent. But then Vent coming in clutch. Muniak, that's actually a very smart play. He's denying them that single point. Monarchs of Gaming will be placing second as Vent Esports take a map 1 victory. 7 elimination, 47-56 damage. Vent Esports will be coming in with a map 1 victory, doing pretty solidly for themselves here. How do they fare in the second game? We saw them almost get eliminated by the Batty Boys. The Batty Boys were actively running them down. That was absolutely mental. Because I literally just said they're going to run down Batty Boys, and the Batty Boys are like, hold up, wait a minute. 4v3, 4v2 don't matter. We're going to beat the brakes off for you. But Vent Esports still managed to clutch up and secure the victory. Will they be able to do it in the second matchup? Habib coming in with 7 eliminations and 4,457 damage as for individually is still very impressive. All the teams coming in here are very impressive. We still have 5 more games to go. Do not go anywhere as the teams prep for the second matchup for today. All right, we are back in with the second game, and the teams are already off to a great start. I thought Esports will be sending one team back to the lobby, taking very minimal damage. CP0, just like they were on Egghead Island, have been bodied and sent back to Marijua. The One Piece reference. Don't blame me, please. Anyway, 1 minute into the game, it is 11 teams and 43 players left to go. Who comes out with a victory? We saw Vent Esports coming with a victory on the last matchup. Can they replicate on this one, or will they get griefed by the other teams who do not want them getting too far ahead? Because they did take a win with double digits, so if they can pull off multiple double digits, even if it's just top threes or top fives with double digits back to back, they're going to pull ahead. So you do want to grief as much as possible. PG Esports taking a bit of damage here. The Monarchs of Gaming putting good shots in, but can they convert those shots into knocks? And can they convert those knocks into KP? Storm X Stat is taking a lot of damage while still in the sky. He might just be getting knocked off touchdown here. Unlucky for Storm X, he will be going down. They will lose one player. Thad will be getting eliminated here. Team Flux will get their full team into this game, but they're not having the best game yet. The only elimination came from Cyrix, who caught a man just landing, and it seems two of their players might be having connection problems here. As Titanium has been eliminated, Winner is sitting in the corner here. The Virus is sitting in the corner, and Winner is having lagadocious problems. Still 5 minutes deep into the game, 11 teams and 36 players left to go. And luck for Team 7, they will be in a fight here, and it is not going as good as they needed to go. They've lost 2 of their teammates already. Between both of them, they have 1,500 coins, but they're too far from one another to make those coins count to the max. However, Spartan has 1,100 coins with him. He can get 2 of his teammates back in, if I'm not mistaken here. He will indeed get 2 of his teammates back in, but Richie will be getting eliminated. Unlucky for Richie there. It looks like the syndicates will be going up against Vent Esports here. Is that what they want? Oh, not the syndicate. Unholy Gods will be going up against Vent Esports. What is this going to look like here? We're 8 minutes deep into the game. Second ring twins for the third, and it seems only one team has been eliminated so far. Hydra will catch Mini. He goes on a quick, strong flank and catches the sniper. Rather unfortunate for the Unholy Gods. He gets Richie from Team 7 also. Unlucky Hydra, he will be getting put down by a 4th party, but in the case of a 3rd party, he humbled that man. Lyo risking it all to go for Hydra. Is that the play? It is the play. It comes through. Do they take height? They need to take height as quickly as possible, just to get a chance to reset. Putting our eyes very high in the sky, but taking a look at every team's position right about now, just to get a proper glimpse of what is actually going to happen. We'll take a look at Team 10. We see that the ring is not in their favor. They need to lock in and get in as quickly as possible because they're going up against STX, Storm X. They might want to play into the Storm. I'm guessing based off of their name, like they would want to force you to play a zone battle with them where they just out heal you. If you take a look at their skills, they do not have zone skills. What is the play? The Batty Boys, however, will have a fort on their team. Vent Esports Hydra is dangerously low here. Not looking very good for Vent as they seem to be getting out pushed here by Ito Esports. Ito Esports, however, will be paying the price for such careless capping as they will lose 2 players. Deadshot and Gara are dangerously low. Deadshot launching straight behind Jay. Vent Esports will be sitting with 8 eliminations. Unholy God are yet to put up an elimination on the board. It's 11 minutes deep into the game. The 3rd ring closing towards the 4th with 32 players left. Halfway through the playtime, halfway through the zones for this game. But the teams that are still in the game are still almost 100%. Team Flux with 4 eliminations on the board. They might lose Titanium here because the zone is doing gang damage. Team Flux seems to be having major connection problems. They will humble Lyo, however. Virus, the last man standing for Team Flux. How does he play? He will be getting eliminated by Hydra, who is getting focused by a fourth party here. 5,300 coins. He can afford to get Lyo back, but the ring is doing major damage. It's doing big boy damage. Can't really risk it to get one teammate back in. So far, a quarter of the lobby has been eliminated. It is 9 teams and 25 players left in this matchup. Unlucky for Supreme. We'll get an eliminated. Event will lose to Team 7. However, we'll put 2 on the board. A third of the lobby has been eliminated. It's 8 teams and 21 players left to go. 20 players actually. The ring is getting smaller. The pressure is pressing. Everybody is losing players left to right. The Syndicate, the Outlaw might be getting eliminated. PG Esports will be getting shut down, unfortunately. Holy Gods, are they down to a single player? That might just be the case. I can't really see much Holy God players here. But Vent Esports will still be putting up big numbers when it comes to damage here. As they get picked up, but the zone is not in their favor. They're just going down back to back to back. That's another team that might just be biting the dust here. They will be biting the dust as Vent puts up 12 on the board. Team 7, however, will go from 2 to 7. They are doing big boy numbers. They're coming back strong. They're putting numbers on the board, almost getting a wipe on the Batty Boys here. Dion might just be the last man standing for the Batty Boys. Richie, however, is going to be eliminated. Unlucky for him. Dion was committed to making sure Richie did not get revived. The top 5 teams will be the Syndicates, Monarchs of Gaming, Unholy Gods, Vent Esports, and, Team 7. Jay will be getting eliminated 14 minutes deep, 4 teams and 9 players left. And all the teams here right now, Vent is the only team with double digits. Vent Esports launching straight in, being a lot more aggressive than they need to be right now. Because the zone is just going to get smaller. They don't need to force a fight. I feel like they just need to get a top 3 placement to make the most of it. Because going for a 1 cap in close quarters gave that man a happy surprise. I was literally just saying they don't need to be more aggressive. And they surprised me with that. What is going on here? Vent Esports are setting the precedent. They're setting the pace for this lobby. Habib will get a knock. they are playing off each other. The synergy from this team is absolutely mental. With 16 eliminations on the board, it's Madara versus Hydra. Is this it for the Unholy God? It seems that will be it's 17 eliminations to Vent Esports. I don't want to say they can't win a game 2, but if they win a game 2, it will be very surprising. The 2v3 scenario, they do not have high ground, they do not have natural cover. Hydra will be going down. Unlucky for them there. But it's 2v1, it's what? It's just a solo. It's a 1v1 now. Habibu pushing a bit too close. Unlucky for him. He will be getting eliminated as Team 7 bag a map 2 victory. 1852 damage and 4 eliminations. Bobos will be your MVP for this second game. That was honestly a masterclass of a gameplay coming from all the players there. Team 7 showing us how to absolutely turn the game around. When we first saw them, we saw them with 2 eliminations. Suddenly they went from 2 to 8, from 8 to 11 to still win the game. Vent Esports, however, did do pretty solidly for themselves as they came in with a total of 18 eliminations to take second place. Third place will go to the Unholy Gods, who were only able to put down a single elimination in this matchup, but that is only the first 2 games played. We still have 4 more matches to go. They still have 4 more chances to secure as many points and possibly a win for today's tournament. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back shortly with the next matchup. Back in with the third matchup for today. It is game 3, everybody. We have off-rip battles on multiple fronts in this game. Storm X will be going up against what I believe to be ITIL Esports. And ITIL Esports will already be taking a bit of damage as they have taken. They've taken a one-player loss already. On the other side of the map, we have Team 12 winning. The Batty Boys will be going up against the Monarchs of Gaming. Storm X will be sending ITIL Esports, if I'm not mistaken, almost back to the lobby there. Not looking make sure for ITIL here, as Rio is the last one standing, running, and they will be the first team to be getting eliminated here. Storm X will take the lead in the lobby with 4 eliminations as they take the role of kill leaders. Fad will be sitting with 2 of those eliminations to himself. Pretty impressive gameplay coming in from that all across the board today. Two minutes into the game, it is 11 teams and 40 players left to go. PG Esports will be down to a single player. It's not looking pretty good for them. First ring, and the map looks a little clustered on the bottom left side of the map here. RES will be coming in with a full stack of teammates, but they will be going up against Team 3, the Syndicates. Will the Syndicates be able to come out of this alive? They haven't had the most phenomenal game the last 2 games. They're trailing far behind when it comes to points. Are they going to be able to turn that around? Because this is the third match of the day. This is the halfway point. If they're not able to make it by halfway, it's going to be a lot more difficult when it gets to the second half of the day. Syndicates, however, will lose 1, but did they get that elimination? They did put that elimination on the board. They did not lose a play, they just had a knock, and they have reset for themselves here. Three minutes into the game, 11 teams and 39 players left to go in this lobby. Who comes out with the victory is the question on everyone's lips. The Syndicates are putting up numbers on the board here, and they seem to have just gotten a squad wipe. Res will not be getting res. They have to wait till the next matchup. Unlucky for them there. It is 4 minutes in, 10 teams and 36 players remaining. Syndicates leading the lobby with 5 eliminations. So far, it seems like only 2 teams have eliminations, while everyone else is just sitting pretty with no eliminations. PG Donnie might be AFK. He might just be AFK. Oh, never mind. He's not AFK. I don't know if he's watching the stream. As soon as I said he's AFK, he's turning his camera just to show us like, oh, I'm still here, I'm still alive. Flux Titanium. Flux Esports, unlucky for them. They will be loading into these matchups with only 3 players. The first game they loaded in with 2, second game they loaded in with 4, but they had connection problems. Now they're loading in with 3, and it seems they still have the same connectivity problem here. As winner is him? Intense confusion. Very intense confusion. 5 minutes in, it is still 10 teams and 35 players left to go in this matchup. Batty Boys will get a squad wipe. So far, we've only seen squad wipes. We haven't seen chance to res Alice. We've just seen squad wipe after squad wipe after squad wipe. A quarter of the lobby has been eliminated, as the Batty Boys will be the third team to pick up eliminations in this matchup. Johnny finally making the move. He does not have the medkits to stay in the ring too long. There is, however, a buy point and a revive point in front of him. He can get those. If he can get those coins, he should be able to get at least one of his teammates back in before he chooses to go to the revive point. But it seems like PG Esports will still have a chance, a fighting chance, to stay in this game. It seems to be silence across the map here, as everyone is progressing rather slowly. Vent Esports, however, will be losing players here. Not looking good for them. Out to Black Hydra, he will not be making that launch out. Supreme does make it though, but will he be able to survive? Will they all follow through on him? It doesn't seem likely. It seems actually that is exactly the case. He is getting a whole team chasing him. They want Vent out before Vent has a chance to even get any eliminations in. No glue walls. He has to run with a dream here. Switching back to the OG way of playing Free Fire. Holding a pistol so the pan does all the tanks all the damage here. Oh my goodness. $700 points. He just needs to make it to a buy point. This is actually hilarious to watch, to be honest. He just needs to make it to a buy point. He is very close to a buy point. Can he get his teammates back in? He makes it. He buys one and he's out. Okay. That's all I wanted to watch. Vent Esports are still back in. Team 7, however, will be getting their teammates back in as well. Actually, multiple teams are going for the revives at this point. Storm X, however, Summer X will also be putting up 2 of their teammates. The Batty Boys hitting with 4 eliminations. CP0 will be with 3 eliminations. CP0 almost took out the entirety of Vent Esports. And CP0 have been unremarkable so far, as we haven't seen much from them. Esports, after losing Danny, they will be trying to get their teammates back into the game. So I think in this third match, we're mostly seeing PG Esports just go for revives. Syndicates will be eating good as they are sitting with 7 eliminations for themselves here. Hydra getting brought back, just get a single elimination and get eliminated yet again. Is Supreme going to be able to get his teammates back into the game, or is this curtains for Vent's double-digit streak? Nova, he will be getting put down, like he might be getting fully eliminated. But we'll be taking a lot of, sorry, CP0 actually, we'll be taking a lot of damage here. Esports get their full squad back in the game here. Not looking good for Team 7. They yet to put up an elimination on the board, and they have been getting picked off one by one. CP0 are slowly but surely climbing the KP ladder, as they are currently on 4 KP. Will they be able to get good placement? We're halfway through the zones for this matchup. It is heading towards zone 5 now. The zone is definitely getting a lot smaller. PG Laser will be going down to zone damage. Donnie trying to be a hero. This might just be the end for PG Esports. Indeed it is. PG have been eliminated. 7 up to CP0. The zone is going to end at an open field, which is very, very unfortunate for the teams that do not have enough. Blue Walls is 0 natural cover. Very, only a single real estate. It's not looking good for them here. But it might be in Vent's favor actually. If they can wrap up the fights with syndicates rather quickly, they should be able to take the home in the middle here. But that is going to be a heavily contested spot, as we have CP0 slowly but surely making their way in as well. The syndicates will be with 9 elimination. They're finding it quite difficult to get past the iron wall that is keeping them at bay here. Flock Esports, however, are not letting the fact that they are down. Never mind, they have been eliminated. Unholy Gods, however, will be sitting with 6 eliminations. Half the teams have been eliminated. Vent will be with 6 eliminations. 15. 6 teams, 15 players left in the game. 14 players, 14 minutes into the game. Who comes out of this match on top? It is looking like it's not going to be a team that we've seen. I think the top 3 is going to be completely different this time. Faceless trying his best to get an elimination here. Liar will be getting a knock. Not looking good for Faceless here. He's the last man time for the Batty Boys. Does he get a knock? He gets the knock. Can he get a confirm? Unlucky for him. He's unable to stick that confirmation there. CP0 will be down to a single player. I think a 1 off from going double digits in this lobby. They need that double digit. He will be getting shut down by the Syndicate, who will be the first team in this lobby, second team to go double digits in the top 4 teams, which will be consist of Syndicate, Unholy Gods, Vent Esports, and Storm X. The prime real estate has been taken by Vent, like I predicted, but it's too little too late. It is a 1-man fighting a 2-man there, and Supreme will clutch up. Never mind. I was not familiar with his game. Unlucky, the Syndicate will play off a third party and get the squad wipe there. In a 2v2 scenario, 11 eliminations versus 11 eliminations, 2 on 2, 1 and 3 versus 1 and 3. You could not have a more mirror perfect team. Who comes out with the victory here? A strong and very bold push here coming in from Storm X. They will get down. Akide is not looking good for the Syndicate here. Can they turn this around? Can he get that knock on to reset? Never mind. 13 eliminations. Storm X will be the champion of the third match. Zeus with 4 eliminations and 2311 damage is your MVP as Storm X take the third game. The top 3 in this game is honestly different from what we've seen in the last 2 matches. The last 3 games have been a roller coaster of emotions and predictions. I just stopped trying to predict. I can still predict what the rotations could look like, but I can't really predict what the teams will look like because we saw Unholy Gods lose to Vent in the 2v1 scenario in Prime Real Estate, and then Vent get immediately wiped out by Syndicate. And then Syndicate, you think they coming off that high of getting 2 teams eliminated, you think they go straight into the next battle and get another elimination, but they didn't even get a single knock. As Storm X was slowly but surely picking up eliminations and climbing, and they just secured their very first win for today. We're halfway through with the games today. First 3 games played out of 6 that will be played, but we'll be back rather shortly for the second half of the day. Do not go anywhere. The teams will be right back, and I will be right here to take you through the next 3 games. All right, ladies and gents, we back in it now. To the next game, we have Storm X doing big boy numbers on the board here. Hold on, let's find Storm X. Oh, never mind, they got their first knock and elimination. The feed just showed it twice. But it is the third matchup, the fourth matchup for today. Delving into the second half. Cast your predictions now for how second half of the day will end up going. It is 2 minutes into this matchup with 12 teams and 46 players competing for the chance to secure a victory. Only one team, Flux Esports, only Team Flux will not make it in with a 4-stack, but they've been loaded in with a 3-stack since, and they seem to be having connectivity problems, especially on the winner's side. We knock, both teams trading there. I think the syndicates will confirm this. The Monarchs of Gaming might be in a bit of trouble here. Unluck for Ardent, he pushes in and he will be getting dropped here. Double Vector still remains somewhat undefeated here. Unluck for the Monarchs, they are down to just a single player now. 600 coins, he will be going for the revive. He sticks the res. Can his teammates stick the landing though? Does he go into the revive point? Going to the revive point will be a pretty bold move to make right about now. You know, he got might just be running straight towards Muniak right about now. So far, just one team has been eliminated. Team the Monarchs, it was not in their cards to play properly on this matchup. I thought Esports might be going out as well, as they are currently down to a single player. PG Esports as well. Multiple teams are down to, 2 teams so far are down to just 1 man standing. Flux Esports are all driving orange-colored McLaren. And flexing their orange-colored McLarens. Just there's a green McLaren. They haven't been putting up as much eliminations, but they seem to be having the most fun in the tournament. And doing this is what we love about this, having fun. Bench Esports in a hot fight against the Batty Boys. They will get one, they will get two, they might get a third. This is a Batty Boys wipeout here. Unlucky for them here. Bench Esports will be sitting with 4 eliminations. Flux, Team Flux, however, are picking up eliminations slowly. That's 4 landmines, Mike. If I like PT, these 4 landmines. PT this better.
Triple kill.
Anyways, PG Esports will get back one of their teammates, but they still sitting with 0 eliminations. You need to get as much eliminations as possible in the first bit of the game to avoid a situation where it's end game and you're trying to pick up eliminations there, because it's going to be a lot more crowded there. 8 minutes deep, halfway through playtime. It is 10 teams and 31 players left to go in this lobby. Unlucky for this man there. He will be getting shot down. Rez will lose one. They might lose a second. Team 7 have put up 2 eliminations on the board here. Rez are yet to put up a single one. (4v2) situation here. They know exactly what it's meant. Our Sasuke is on his knees. He will be getting picked up, but they both will be getting put down right about now and fully eliminated. Unlucky for them, giving Team 7 their first squad wipe caught on cam. CP0 are riding off the high from the last game, and they are putting up numbers in this game. They're already on 7 eliminations, only in the second ring. It's not, they seem to have gotten the car stuck, and now they need to run. But 9 minutes into the game, 8 teams and 26 players left in the lobby. A third has been eliminated, and they are responsible for taking out one team and almost another. Lucky for dead shots, Idol Esports will be getting eliminated here. Putting us into 10 minutes into the game. Third ring closing towards the fourth right about now. And 7 teams with 26 players left to go. Six teams remaining. 50% of the lobby has been. 50% of the teams have been eliminated. Actually, of the lobby, because it's 24 players. Unlucky for Sam, he will be going down to the play zone. No medkits in sight for him. The syndicates are going up against Vent Esports. 6 eliminations versus 4 eliminations. Who comes out on top here? Jay will get absolutely demolished as he tried to pull off a flank with a vehicle. And Hydra will catch yet another one lacking and get him eliminated.
Double kill.
The Syndicate seem to be getting overpowered by Vent Esports. Hydra making a strong push, but it's not looking good for him. He will be getting hit from multiple sides and getting shut down here. There's multiple teams going up against each other here. Storm X are doing pretty solidly for themselves. Going up against Vents, they have taken down Hydra. Hydra was the most aggressive player on the team. He's constantly rushing in, just converting those rushes into knocks. Habib, however, is the most damage-heavy player. Syndicates are dangerously low and stuck in a pretty bad spot. If they're stuck in the zone, they're trying to do as much damage into the fight here. Just third party to try to clean up as much as possible. That is going to be rather difficult for them to get in the ring as their presence is known, but they make it work regardless. Putting up 10 eliminations on the board. Killer sitting with 8 eliminations. That will put them up to 12 here. The top 4 teams will be Storm X, CP0, Syndicate, and that is all. Top 3 teams actually. 13 eliminations to the Syndicate. This might, based off the way they're playing, this might be a victory for them. Storm X coming off, they did pretty good in the last game, to be honest. Coming off a victory, can they take a second one back to back? With 4 eliminations this time, they're going up against the Syndicates yet again. The Syndicates have a lot to prove when it comes to the Storm X team. But numbers-wise, we have CP0 as the favorites to win because they have a full unit and they are fairly in a better position than the rest of the team. They will be getting a knock, they will be getting a confirm, put them up to double digits. CP0 have learned going to Marijua was good for them. They are back in and they are putting numbers on the board. Syndicates are down to a single player. Now they just need to pray they get to second place. They will be getting to second place in a 4v1 scenario across the seas. It's not looking good for Akide here. He couldn't take out the man on land and he will be getting eliminated here. 12 eliminations and a victory. Storm X, CP0, sorry, will be the MVP. With 5 eliminations and 2557 damage, Koala is MVP for this matchup. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back shortly with the 5th map for today. It's only 2 matches left to go. A lot of the teams need to catch up. We're seeing a lot of teams pick up more in the second half, especially CP0. I'm genuinely surprised CP0 just got a win and double-digit eliminations. The first 3 games were completely unremarkable. There was nothing to remember for them. They're getting eliminated early. They're getting out of position. They're just getting completely outplayed. And now it seems they learned from the first half and they're putting all they learned into value in the second game. Do not go anywhere. As map 5, we'll see if they can continue the precedent they just set or they will be going back to getting shut down by the enemy teams. Game 5 it is. Back in we are. It is not looking good for ITEL Esports as they have one man disconnected and they loaded in with only 2 players. But that is not our concern right about now. Our concern is where the fight is happening, where the action is. Unholy Gods will be doing not numbers yet, but they seem to be in a very hot fight against the Batty Boys. Today has not been the best day for the Batty Boys as they have been getting absolutely rolled by the teams they've been going up against. We haven't seen them in the top 3 in the last 4 matches. Is map 5 where they shine, or will they be getting categorically stunted?
Triple kill.
150 damage just to get that one elimination is crazy. Two minutes into the game, still 12 teams and 38 players. This match seems to be, it might progress a lot slower than the last ones we've seen, because the last couple of games, the last at least 3 games, we've seen teams get eliminated a minute into landing, and now we're 3 minutes into the game now, and no one has been eliminated yet. One team has been eliminated. Team 7 unluckily have been shut down rather early. We didn't even notice when that happened, to be honest. It's 4 minutes into the game. The game is progressing rather slowly, so there isn't much commentary to give, as the players are not really fighting where I can see. And I've been cycling through the teams a lot. CP0 are putting on eliminations here. Unholy Gods are not having a good time as they have lost 2 of their players now. The Batty Boys will be sitting with 5 eliminations to themselves. Is the start? Are they going to be able to go top 3? That's the question. Because I did ask that earlier. Will they be able to make it into the top 3? Because they haven't had the best games today. CP0 will be putting up 3 eliminations on the board. They are getting active now. I think the second half might just be where they shine. Will we be heading back to Bermuda for the final game for today? Or what map? I wonder what map it's going to be, because some maps have player performance. Like this map's a map where I know a bunch of the players that are in this lobby, they really pop off when they come on this side. But I also know a lot of players pop off when they go Bermuda. Like every player pops off when they go Bermuda, because Bermuda is the most played map. But we are 6 minutes in. It is 11 teams and 39 players left to go in this matchup. Players are down to a single player. He will be getting eliminated, giving PG Esports 7 on the board now. Two teams have been eliminated. It is now 7 minutes deep into the game, 10 teams and 33 players. Let's talk about PG Esports for the last couple games. They've been doing pretty decently when it comes to placement, not much when it comes to elimination. And we had a game where one thing on Alpine, they were just reliant on Danny being the only man alive for the majority of the game. They're mostly playing Revival Olympics Day, and it wasn't really the best performance from them. But they've been somewhat consistent in making it into the top 6 teams. So that is pretty decent points, if I do say so. But they need to step up their eliminations, at least for the last 2 games, to go at least double digits, maybe 10 or 15 kills would be good enough to push them up the board. Taking a look at the Syndicates, they have been doing pretty decently for them. So they haven't gotten a win yet, but they've been putting up pretty solid numbers when it comes to eliminations. Is that going to be enough to get them to the next stage of the tournament, though? This is Group A. I think only 6 teams will qualify from this one. And when we go Group B, only 6 will qualify from there. So we only need top 6 teams to qualify. The Flux team, honestly, they are just here for vibes. From what we've seen so far, it seems they just came here for vibes. 5 minutes into the game, still 10 teams and 35 players left to go. Virus seems to be in a fight. Winner will be going down and out by the Batty Boys here. I did say the Batty Boys have a chance to make it into the top 3, or just put up insane numbers when it comes to elimination for this matchup, for this almost final matchup for the day. And it seems they want to do just that. 11 minutes into the game. It is still 10 teams and 30 players left in this matchup. Who comes out with the victory is the question. We have the Vent Esports team sitting with 4 eliminations on the board. That is pretty solid numbers coming in from them here. ITEL Esports loading in with just a duo. They are sitting with only Gara. That is rather unfortunate. Storm X will be down to a single player's shoot. After securing a victory, they have yet to replicate that same level of success coming into the coming games. It is 11 minutes in, 10 teams and 30 players left to go. PG Death here, he might just be getting shut down as he has 2 men not wanting to give him a chance. He doesn't really have another exit but this one. The one-way spot is not looking good for him. The balls are down, Death is down. TP0 are actually doing pretty solidly for themselves. It seems the second half is exactly the boost they needed to get in and show us what they're actually made of. Syndicates will get a squad wipe on the Unholy Gods there. It is 12 minutes into the game, 9 teams and 27 players left in this game. Who comes out with the victory is a question on everyone's mind. Fox Virus will be getting eliminated here. Winner the last man standing for his team. He's not disconnected this time. Does he pop off? Never mind, he will be getting shut down. Storm X will be picking up a free elimination there. It is 7 teams and 20 players left to go in this lobby. 4-3 pulling towards the 5th. Who comes out with the victory here? TP0, they are still putting up numbers here. The Batty Boys are down to just a single player. It seems this is not the game where they make it into top 3. But they might still have a chance to turn things around here. CP0, however, are turning their tables hard. Coming in with 13 eliminations. It is big boy numbers here. Doctor always loves you. You need to remember that, as he will be picking up an elimination, putting his team up to 9 eliminated. Can they go double digits? Is the Doctor strong enough to get the elimination, or will he be getting shut down by the enemy team? Lord J will be going down. Unlucky for the Syndicate here. They have lost one. It is 7 teams and 17 players. 6-16 on Kalahari, who comes out with the victory. 15 eliminations to CP0. They are definitely on a frenzy now. Are they going to be stopped? Can anyone stop them? The question I do not want the answer to right about now, to be honest. I'm loving the fact that he's really turning it around as Sasha gets a really solid knock there. Unlucky for him, his teammates weren't able to come in and close out that elimination for him there. But they will be picking up one on Vent Esports. Is that Vent? Oh, that's not Vent, my bad. Still standing strong with 16 eliminations. Just need 4 more to the first team to go double digits in the entirety of the games that have been played today. Final 4 teams will be CP0, Syndicate, Monarchs of Gaming, and Vent Esports. Time grenade, it didn't hit. He will be going down. He can't. He almost went down to the final will be Vent with Syndicate and Monarchs of Gaming. Vent are coming in strong. Monarchs of Gaming, they have lost one. They are losing another one. Vent only full team now. It's a 1-on-1 team now. Habib will be going down and he will be getting eliminated, but they will be trading him. Supreme will be going down as well, turning it to a 2v2 scenario. Who comes out on top between Vent and Monarchs? I mean, can the Monarchs secure their first victory, or can Vent secure a second victory for the day? Monarchs trying to play on the time game of Vent. Do they play this right? If they play the copper better, they will definitely secure the victory. But the Monarchs show us a move that was not expected. Actually, it's a 2v2, 12 on 12. Who's gonna break even here for us? Lyo and Hydra versus Muniak and Yoru. Yoru goes down. Muniak goes down. It's now a ground battle between these two teams. Pushes straight out. Does he get a knock on Hydra? He doesn't even get 50 damage on Hydra here. Vent Esports, however, are low-key pushing them back hard. But it seems the Monarchs are doing a lot better as they will be getting the first knock and the second to come in with 14 eliminations and the very first victory for them in today's games. Grim with 4 eliminations and 38-34 damage will be your MVP as the Monarchs of Gaming secure a map 5 victory. The games have been progressing rather beautifully. We're wrapping it up with the next game. Who comes out with the victory? Do we see a team finally take double wins, or is it going to be a single win for every map? But 6 games, 6 teams. Stay tuned to find out. We will be back rather shortly with the 6th and final matchup for today. Back in, we are to the sixth and final match for today. Two teams will be loading in with a single player res and item esports. However, everyone else will be loading in with a full stack regardless. 12 teams competing with 42 players. Who comes out with the victory on the final match for today? Seems Gara might be eliminated off. He is a solo, so doesn't really count as anything fancy there. Now we just need a second solo to get eliminated so we can start actually watching the rest of the tournament, if you. Where did he land? He landed so far from the ground. The Monarchs will be going up against the Syndicates and they will be putting up numbers. 2 eliminations on the board already. Yoru is down, but he might not be getting eliminated. He is getting picked up here. Will the Syndicates be getting fully wiped here? It is the final matchup because they should realistically know where they stand already. They will be getting eliminated rather unfortunately, but it is the final game. Most teams do not take the last match as seriously as the previous 5, because at least by game 5 you know where you're standing, you know if you made it or not. Finally, we have a Flux team coming in with proper tags and a not disconnected player. Is this the game where they pop up? Do they pop up in the final bout and then we realize they've been low-key cooking, we just haven't been paying attention to them? They are down to just Titanium. Well, with 4 eliminations on the board, they will be getting the reses off rather quickly. The reses did not go off at all, and they will be getting eliminated by PG Esports. So far, 3 teams have been eliminated. It is 2 minutes into the game, 9 teams and 30 players left to go. Vent Esports will have 1. Is brought back. Habib is not and will be getting eliminated. It's not looking good for Vent Loki. Oh, he's getting picked up. Never mind. CP0 just came off a phenomenal run there, putting up 17 eliminations in a single game. The second half is definitely where they are shining. Vent Esports are losing players rather quickly here. They have lost Supreme. They almost losing Supreme here. They might lose Lyo as well. They've lost Supreme, they've lost Lyo, and it's Habib, the last man standing for his team. He managed to get back Supreme, but Lyo and Hydra are going to be quite difficult to pull off their revive for. 4 minutes into the game, 19 and 29 players left to go. Who comes out with the victory is still a massive question we all need an answer to. Obama is low-key. How is he still alive? He is a solo just sitting in a corner. 5 minutes into the game, still 9:30 to go. STX Stormax will be with a single elim. bench. They will be down to a single player and he is disconnected. Now he can just slowly bleed out in hopes of maybe taking a second match for today. Dwindled slowly, very slowly. Because it's 1 tick a second, so they have 2 minutes to watch this. My goodness. Anyway, 6 minutes into the game, it is still 8 teams and 29 players left to go. The Batty Boys are doing phenomenally for themselves as we keep seeing Faceless get knocked and confirmed for a team. But they will be sitting with 2 eliminations on the board. Faceless has actually been a rather solid player all around today. CP0 launching in very nonchalantly. They do not care what's going on. They're launching right between 2 teams and they are turning the tide here. With 6 eliminations, they didn't even focus on the Batty Boys. They're coming for the Unholy God. My, talk about ego. They will lose 1, but they will take 1 with them as well. The Batty Boys will be with 4 eliminations, still doing pretty solidly for themselves. 8 teams and 26 players left to go in this lobby. Unholy Gods are down to a single player, unfortunately. Vent Esports are slowly but surely in the next 12 seconds watching their teammate just bleed out fully. Second one pulling towards the third. In about, right about now, 7 teams, 7 minutes, 21 players left to go. 7 minutes, 6 teams, and 20 players as Vent have been eliminated by the play zone, by MTN actually. But we don't shade MTN over here. Woo! That one tap was absolutely demonic from Capone. The Batty Boys are doing pretty solidly for themselves. Do they show up in match 6? 8 eliminations on the board. They're still riding very strong with a full stack regardless. CP0, 7 eliminations. They are down to a single player. Holy God with 0 eliminations. They didn't really have the best rotations today. They seemed mostly out of position when they got into fight, and they almost always got third partied to get absolutely bodied. But is this the end for them for today, or will they have a chance to make it back in this lobby? All they need to do is realistically put up 20 points in this game and maybe secure a win, and that would be enough. That should be enough to put them in top 6. But every day isn't perfect, and every day will be Christmas. So most years them will be 6 minutes deep. Everywhere still hot. Everybody's just taking a sweet, lovely time. As half the lobby has been eliminated, 22 players left. 1 man will be going down from team 7. They go for an instant revive. That's actually the type of plays I love to see, to be honest. Will be getting knocked and confirmed here. Ooh! Perfect knock coming in from STX. The Batty Boys might just be getting shut down here. They have been shut down. Unlucky for them. The knock coming in from Zeus, was it crazy? Or I don't know who was using the launcher. Oh wait, that was Zeus. The knock coming in from Zeus was absolutely perfect. He gets 2 of them and bleeds 1 to half HP. 10 minutes into the game, 3rd ring, pulling towards the 2nd, pulling towards the 4th. Right about now, we're more than halfway through the playtime, and we're halfway through the zones for this matchup. Who comes out with the victory for today's games? I think we still have about 5 or 6 minutes left to play. 5 teams and 18 players. We're not seeing a team that has won a game yet in this. Oh, we still have Storm X. 5 teams, 16 players. It is silence from CP0 as they are down to just one match. Star will be put down by the players on 5:15 left to go. 12 minutes into the game. Slowly but surely, PG Esports are they are double digits already. Are they going to be able to take it all the way to secure a victory? Because they actually do deserve a victory. They haven't been playing as remarkably as they usually do, but they've still been playing pretty decently nonetheless. Even the game where they were playing Revive Simulator, they're playing rather decent today. Richie, he will be getting shut down here. Death will be getting put down and he will be eliminated here. Vovo sacrificed everything for that elimination because the zone is doing a boatload of damage here. He knows he'd be getting eliminated if he goes out carelessly. And he still made sure he got that elim. That was a clutch medkit there. Wow. 1,500 coins. Does he stick the red? Is it worth it? He does not stick it. He will be getting eliminated by Zeus, putting STX up to 7 eliminated. The last time STX secured a victory, it was exactly on this map, and they had 2 players. Now they're sitting with a 4 stack in the top 3. Will they be able to secure the second victory for the day for them, or will they be getting shut down? Unholy Gods and the Esports, both teams have yet to secure a victory. Do they let Storm X secure their second win, or do they bag their very first? Rams will be getting the first knock. STX are facing a lot of pressure from these teams. No one's trying to let them get that victory that they need. They get a knock on Phantom. They get a knock on both teams actually, and they seem to be making a push straight for the PG Esports team. Will PG Esports be able to get their teammate back up? Will they be able to regroup just in time? That seems to be having connection problems, but his teammates will cover him up just in time, and they are still pushing strong. They get another knock, refreshing the first advantage that they have, playing right off that knock, launching a bunch of nades in. Will they get an elimination? Almost gets a knock there, just slightly out of range. Sam's is dangerously low. PG Esports are being pushed back hard, while we have first knock coming in. They get again. Will they get a second? They get one. They get traded, and they will be getting a squad wipe. Unfortunately for Thad, he will still be facing connection problem. He gets back just in time to get eliminated. It is a 3-on-3 scenario. Unholy Gods versus Storm X. Can Storm X secure their second win for the day, or will they be getting shut down by the Unholy Gods, who really deserve a win after the performance that they've been putting up today? The Unholy Gods are getting pushed back, as we see the Storm X team making a very bold move towards them actually. Holy Gods might just be baiting them to play into the building, but that is not going to be the best play to make. Because if you go high ground at this point, it is going to cost you a whole lot. The zone is not pulling towards the building one bit, so you need to be on the ground and you need to take as much space as possible. Which the Storm X team is doing rather decently here. They're controlling the space very, very well. Will this be enough though? They will be going straight in. Mini is low. Mini is on his knees. Can his teammates get him back up? They're going for the right. They stick the res. Is this the play they need? Down Tiffetune, down Mini, down. And it is yet another victory for Storm X. The only team to take 2 wins in the day. Zeus is yet again your MVP with 27-11 damage and 6 eliminations. Interesting games today. Finally, we have one team securing 2 matches in a row. Not in a row, but 2 matches in general. There's a lot of who's that's coming out of my mouth today. That will be all for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, who is Zeno, wishing you a good night and God bless.